Rigurt's favorite diplomatic assistant. How have you been? Rigurt has been busy bringing cultures together like a delicious stew made of strangers. Now Rigurt could use your help. After our past success, it would be good to work with you again. As soon as Rigurt returned home from successful diplomatic endeavoring, the Skald King sent him to Elsweyr with gifts for the cats. Rigurt is always given the most important, most faraway missions. Problem is, Rigurt lost the gifts. So many ways. First, a courier brought Rigurt's package to Riverhold instead of Rimmen. Then, as our ship was boarding, a werebear attacked and stole honey needed for my special sweetbread. Last and not least, Rigurt's famous minstrels are missing. Thank you, friend. Retrieve Rigurt's package from Thedara in Riverhold Marketplace and meet me after in the Stitches. Rigurt's diplomacy waits for no man, or woman, or cat. But be careful. Sweaty threats fill Elsweyr's deserts. The Skald King charged Rigurt with handling all matters that are out of his sight, so Rigurt has been very busy, friend. It's difficult work, and it doesn't leave enough time for drinking too much mead, but Rigurt wouldn't have it any other way. The finest coats in all of Skyrim. A gift for Canon Reeve Juz-do to make peace between the Nords and Khajiit. Rigurt would already have them if his courier wasn't completely incontinent. The package was delivered to Thedara in Riverhold Marketplace. It's impossible to find Windhelm-worthy honey in Elsweyr, but this cat merchant says honey flowers from Merryvale Moon Sugar Farms will work for baking sweetbread. Rigurt's cooking is sure to make peace between the Nords and Khajiit. Rigurt hired Skyrim's best band, the Screaming Mammoths, to play for Lady Issa. She has great influence with the cats, so Rigurt needs to gain her favors to clinch peace between our peoples. Last Rigurt heard, the band was at Valenwood Gate.
Congratulations on finding the finest cloth merchant in all of Riverhold. Thedara can see that you are in desperate need of a renovation. Thedara was wondering how much longer she would need to keep this stinking thing in her shop. Thedara doesn't know what's inside, but it smells like hot horse cheeks. Your friend Rigurt told you about the delivery fee, yes? The courier who brought Rigurt's rotten package was promised payment upon delivery. Thedara assumed someone would eventually come to claim its disgusting contents, so she paid the fee herself. It's only fair that Thedara be reimbursed, yes? You can see the courier's invoice for yourself. Thedara wouldn't want you to think you were being cheated. Everything seems correct, yes? Thank you, friend. Thedara had doubts about accepting a strange package that smells like curdled dog slobber, but it felt like the right thing to do. Please visit again if you'd like Thedara to help with your embarrassing sense of style. Thedara isn't surprised that Rigurt's package arrived in Riverhold by mistake. The attached note looks like it was written by a drunken mud crab.
Watch your step in the stitches.
My helpful friend. Rigurt is pleased to see you return from the desert with your limbs intact. Did you find a misplaced package in Riverhold? Ah, Rigurt forgot about the fee. You will find this shocking, but Rigurt forgets many things. Especially on the days he drinks mead. Which is all of the days. Don't be worried. Rigurt will pay you back as soon as we finish this diplomatic mission. Canon Reeve Juz-do of Alabaster. I am Rigurt of Windhelm. On behalf of the Scald King, I present you with a gift of peace from the Nords to bring our cultures closer.
Is your gift rancid cabbage? Because it smells like rancid cabbage.
Not at all! Rigurt brought our finest snowy saber cat coats, although they may have been stored near cabbage. And the cabbage may have gone bad.
Your gift is clothes made from slaughtered cats? This isn't a peace offering, it is a war crime!
These are the finest coats in all of Windhelm. Who wouldn't want to be wrapped in our warm and luscious... cat skins?
Tell your Scald King that if he wants our war to continue, Queen Irene will be happy to oblige.
Rigurt's message will be heard by Queen Irene, leader of the Aldmeri Dominion? Rigurt feels so important. Things are looking upward, friend. Gather honey flowers from Merryvale Moon sugar farms for Rigurt's sweetbread, and there will be peace between the Khajiit and Nords in no time.
Farmhands needed at Mother's farm! Roxanne's mother is very nice, he promises. No, Roxanne will work so hard.
Ah, you must have been drawn by the scent of my rising dough. And don't be shy about staring at Rigurt's muscles as he stirs. Did you bring the honey flowers? If there's one thing Rigurt knows about the cats, they love their sweets. Nonsense! Rigurt's belly doesn't care if mead or meat is swallowed first, so why should a mixing bowl be any different, huh? Rigurt has gone far in life by treating every situation like he treats his belly. Give Rigurt the flowers and he will add them. I saw Asaldak, the famous Khajiit sweet maker by the Merryvale Farms fountain. Ask him to try my sweetbread. His endorsement will change the Khajiit belief that Nords only eat frozen potatoes and inspire a pastry-based esteem between our cultures.
Asaldak understands why you would want to approach him, but he only signs autographs at special events, and he only talks to his admirers at the... Actually, he never talks to his admirers. Asaldak was once invited to Skyrim to try their so-called delicacies, but declined due to a disdain for cold weather, and bad food, and Nords in general. Asaldak will try this Nord sweetbread for a laugh. Tell him Asaldak will be there shortly. This Nord better be finished with his cooking by the time Asaldak arrives. Asaldak does not like to be kept waiting. Because, unlike you, I spent time mastering my craft instead of asking stupid questions. Asaldak redefined food in Elsweyr. He was personal chef to the main. He has prepared food for many slobbering Nords, but has never seen one cook anything edible.
Rigurt's sweetbread turned out better than expected. It's perfectly brown and tough enough to break a mammoth tooth. Everything should be tough. Our teeth can't grow stronger if we don't challenge them with unyielding treats. When Rigurt was a baby, his mother had him suck on rocks to comfort his sore gums. Now his bite is strong enough to snap a bristleback's tusk. It's an honor to meet you, Asaldak. On behalf of Yoren's Skald King, please enjoy Windhelm's famous sweetbread.
Did you bring the bread with you from Skyrim? It's hard as a rock.
Harder than a rock. Rigurt made some improvisations to the original recipe.
It doesn't smell too wretched. Asaldak will attempt to take a bite without breaking a tooth.
What do you think? Impressive? Delicious? Ferocious?
Atrocious. Why is it filled with flowers? Why are the flowers covered in dirt? Why are there insects in the dirt? How did you make something so terrible?
Did you hear that, friend? Asaldak wants to know Rigurt's recipe. I'm sure he'll return after he wins his digestive battle. Find the screaming mammoths at Valenwood Gate, so they can play for Lady Isa. We are finally on the verge of making peace!
Unfortunately, the screaming mammoths are temporarily unable to perform. Please check back again once they've had a chance to get some rest and ponder their poor life decisions. Aside from being stupid, against Bacargo's advice, they gorged themselves on sugar cakes, which are mainly made of alcohol and moon sugar. As Bacargo wasted his time telling them, those who are not Khajiit should not mess with moon sugar. Moon sugar makes outsiders sick. It doesn't affect us. But other races experience momentary euphoria, followed by days of extreme exhaustion. Bacargo tried to warn these cheeks, but they are about as good at listening as they are at self-control.
Could you please stop stomping around like that? My head is pounding enough as it is. Sure as bones. We never should have eaten those sugar cakes. Rachin sugar cakes. Our manager, Bacargo, tried to warn us about them, but what kind of band would we be if we paid attention to warnings? Ah, Rigurt. The last time I felt this bad was when I tried to beat him in a mead drinking contest. We don't want to let him down, but we can hardly stand, let alone give a performance worthy of the screaming mammoths. He needs someone to play, but that someone doesn't need to be the screaming mammoths. Take our instruments and sing the song yourself. That cat will never know the difference. There's a lute and a drum in this chest.
You can bring those instruments to Rigurt and Rimmen, but return them after the contract is satisfied, yes? They're more valuable than anyone in this band of cheeks.
Go ahead and bring the instruments to Rigurt in Rimmen, and please give him our regrets. I'm sure he'll understand. On second thought, he probably won't. Understanding things has never been Rigurt's strength.
Helped the clan mother retake Orentia. Right moves, and well done.
Welcome back, friend. Rigurt found Lady Isa. She's not as talkative as the women in Windhelm, but she's quite classy. Rigurt is sure a Nord ballad will convince her to help make peace between the Nords and Khajiit. Where are the screaming mammoths? The screaming mammoths let you touch their instruments? Rigurt tried to touch them after a performance in Nibelheim, and his brain still aches from the pummeling. Definitely Rigurt's favorite head injury. Why did they give you their instruments? Rigurt can be an official screaming mammoth? He can play the instrument of legendary lutist Frongir half-giant? Did Rigurt drink a barrel of mead and find himself in a land made of dreams? These are honest questions. Rigurt gets confused. Rigurt's mind explodes like the top of Mount Vardenfell. Drinking mead with the mammoths was one thing, but playing their instruments is beyond Rigurt's wildest imaginings. We will play Lady Isa the best ballad Elsweyr has ever heard. Rigurt playing the lute of Hrongir the Giant is incomprehensible. It's like holding Wuthrad before it was shattered, or drinking mead with Isgramor himself. Get your drum, friend. It is time to become the stuffing of legends. Oh, your eyes shine like glowing mushrooms in glomerates, and you're sturdy as a mountain goat's hoof-fed feet. We should meet to drink mead and eat wolf meat.
Why are you singing to my house cat, Luna?
Lady Isa? Rigurt has logical explanation. You have great influence with the Khajiit, so Rigurt wanted to impress you with his song. But first, he had to practice on your cat, because he's like a tiny you.
It's difficult to imagine anything sadder than a confused Nord clutching a lute.
Rigurt was surprised by the true Lady Isa, but thankfully he's known for thinking quick with his feet. Keep her busy while Rigurt gathers his diplomatic thoughts.
Lady Isa is going to pretend that Ambassador Rigurt did not just confuse her with a house cat. Your friend is the one who should apologize. His attempts at diplomacy have already offended Juz-do and sickened Al-Sadak. Fortunately for you, Lady Isa is convinced that Ambassador Rigurt's intent is pure. She even brought him a peace offering. Rigurt must be rewarded for his comical yet well-intentioned mission to improve relations between the Nords and Khajiit. Lady Isa brought an honorary collar and bell. He will wear it everywhere in Elsweyr, so we can always know when he is near. No, but we can all see that Ambassador Rigurt is very special. This one presents him with this dignified and stylish reward. Lady Isa thanks you for aiding Rigurt in his, diplomacy. This one suspects that things would have gone far worse were it not for you. Now, please, present the honorary collar and bell to Rigurt. He has earned it.
Lady Isa is eager to use her influence to bring peace between the Nords and Khajiit, isn't she? Nothing solves problems better than a traditional Nord love ballad. Except for mead. A collar and bell made to fit Rigurt's rippling neck? Rigurt will jingle it with pride. Please accept this gift, friend. Rigurt could not have made peace between the Nords and Khajiit without you. This song is dedicated to Rigurt's favorite diplomatic assistant, and Lady Isa, and that house cat, and increased peace between the Nords and Khajiit. Oh yeah, and mead!
Lady Isa will do her best to make peace between the Nords and Khajiit, just so you can make your way back to Skyrim. This one believes she will remain here until Ambassador Rigurt and his honorary bell jingle far away from her cat.
Rigurt could not have completed his diplomatic mission without your help, friend. Rigurt is externally grateful and will return the lute and drum to the screaming mammoths so you can go about your business. After Rigurt plays with them some more, Rigurt will go wherever the winds of diplomacy take him, friend. Rigurt refuses to rest until Tamriel's races are all sitting together peacefully, drinking mead and singing songs about... mead, probably.